Hey guys, welcome back to Flux Core Friday. So today I've got two pieces of 1/4-inch plate and I'm just going to join them together in a T-joint. And one side I'm going to do flux core. The other side I'm going to do stick. We're going to cut it in half, do an etch test on it, and see what the results are. It's going to be pretty interesting, so stick around. For these tests, I've gone ahead and ground off the mill scale through the middle on the bottom piece and then both sides for this piece so that we get a really good weld. Always try to make sure that you clean your material best as you can. Trying to catch me welding dirty. All right, so we're going to do stick first. All right, let me get this cleaned up with the wire wheel and we'll check it out. All right, that doesn't look too bad. Here at the end, my hand slipped and I couldn't quite get it back in gear, so we're only gonna look at this end right there. That's where my hand slipped. And so when we cut it, we'll cut this end right here that's still good. Okay, so for the flux core side, I am plugged into 220. I'm using the Yes welder first as DP200 030 wire, and I'm using the wire that they sent. So I'm using the Yes welder wire. I've put in what my parameters are for the wire and the material, and it's telling me 21.8 volts and 369 inches per minute. That doesn't sound right, but we'll go for it. Okay, so it was sputtering a little bit. I think my wire speed probably could have been up a little higher, but that's what the settings that the machine gave. Let me get this cleaned up with the wire wheel. All right, so let me get the camera and get some close-ups of this for you. So this is our flux core side. It's a good looking weld. I don't like the inches per minute that it was trying to push. It just seemed a little off, but that's a good looking weld. And then that's our 7018 side. And this side over here is where my hand slipped, so we're not going to bother with that. We're going to cut this side right here, probably somewhere about there, and that's what we'll use to cut and etch with. All right, guys, I hope you can see this. Just from the unaided eye, I don't see any penetration. I know you're supposed to use nitric acid for this, but I don't have any. So I am using hydrochloric acid. It's not the best thing. I'll tell you, I'm seeing a little bit. I may have to get the camera turned around to see this. Okay, can you see that? Let me wipe a little bit more on there. Okay, so this is the flux core side. This is the stick side. If I can keep this wet long enough, you can see that the flux core side actually has more penetration than the stick side does. But probably I should have used, with 1/4 inch, I should have used an 1/8 inch rod, or I could have used a bigger rod. But I was just trying to keep it within the hobbyist realm. But you can see right there that flux core side has got really good, I mean, decent penetration, but more than the rod does. Again, this is the flux core side, this is the stick side. Can y'all see that? It's not massive penetration, but it's pretty decent. But look, I should have done 1/8 inch plate. 1/4 inch is usually out of the range for the smaller flux core machines, but I was using the big machine that runs on 220, so it's rated for that. Okay, well, there you go. Not very scientific at all, so you take the results as you want. But this is actually my very first cut and etch, so I may have not known what I was doing. I know I didn't use the right acid. A lot of people say use navel jelly or nitric acid. I don't even know where to get nitric acid, but I also read hydrochloric acid, so that's what I used. And it basically worked. But I'm going to close this video out with a close-up photo of that for you to check out. But thanks for watching, and stand by for the photo.